Ka MLA Kaliang Persha na Ampati ka Miani di Shira mentagasni kalapu Jingkylli hakador bar Senrai joko yeng dor bar Thauan Khubor Halor ka Jingpynheh ya ka Baljek airport ka Badon Hatura haba jubab Halor kani usumbut menteri rangba badai pet ya katana transport ba senyo bhalang ula pentip ba ke airport authority of India bat ke Khuborjylla kadang bishar benya ya kani ka benta ban Penheh ya katai ke airport usumbut menteri rangba ula pentip ru ba kadai ka Jingshisha badang don kamshu ka jaka na ka benta ban Penheh khnang ba kiling suin ba khamhe kinla banhyar.
Mr. Speaker, sir, reply to start question 56. Sir, the Airport Authority of India is presently preparing a revised master plan for the expansion of the Baljek Airport to facilitate the operations of the ATR 72/Q400s and A320 categories aircraft. An Airport Authority of India would undertake a leaders survey and feasibility assessment to determine the technical suitabilities and exact land requirement for the proposed expansions. And simultaneously, the government of Meghalaya has entered into an operations and maintenance MOU on the 6th May 2025 with the Airport Authority of India and is presently pursuing the matter with the Airport Authority of India to take over, develops and operates the airport on an as-is where-is basis. Upon finalization of the master plans and assessment of the land requirements by the AAI, and the state government will take a necessary step for acquisitions of the requirement land for the expansion of the airport.
Supplementary, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to thank the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister for his reply. Now, in the course of his reply, he had mentioned that upon finalization of the master plan and assessment of land requirements by AAI, the state government will take necessary steps for acquisition of required land. However, according to our knowledge, there was additional land acquisition done. Can we get a clarification as to whether that additional land which was acquired is still not enough? Do we need more land for the expansion?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, it is a fact that the total land that we're having now is altogether is 211.13 acres, and it was not enough. And yes, during the last few years that we have discussed, they request us to have another additional land for another 68 acre. If it is for the 72-seater for VFR operations phase 1 only, and even though if we go for the 72-seater IFR instrument flight rules operation phase 2, it will need another 115 acres. So as of now, the process is still there. So yes, we are needed additional land, but we are waiting even for additional land, so not yet finalized from the governments, because we are requesting them for a joint inspection with the Airport Authority of India officials and the state government officials together in order to identify the correct identification so that there will be no problem in future. So exactly we are waiting for the joint inspection. Only then we'll be able to exact whether we'll go for the first phase 68 acre, either we may go altogether 68 plus 115 will be 183 altogether for both the phases. And now we are exactly waiting for the joint inspection so that there will be no wrong identification of land in futures. So obviously we are decided from the government, and I'm happy to inform the House. It is a very long pending issues for the last so many years. So now we are happy to inform that both the governments of India, Ministry of Civil Aviation, and the government of Meghalaya are agreed to sign another MOU for handing and taking over by the airport authorities. Only after signing the final MOU, and we'll go for a final survey. Then after the survey we'll be able to know exactly what additional land. Then we can go for a joint inspection. Finally, then hopefully, I think in the next few months, so that the process will be finally under process.
Mr. Speaker, sir, when can we expect the final MOU to be signed? Is there any timeline that the government has in place?
Yeah, according to the last meeting we had, that they said very soon, Mr. Speaker, will be having. They said within September. They said, well, let us speak. But even from the Chief Minister, is ignoring this issue very aggressively. We forced them. Let us sign immediately, so that we can come for the final decision. Because yes, it's a fact that this airport is really a long pending issue, and it is a very the high times of the hour. We need this airport very. So we from the government side, we are really pursuing this matter very aggressively presently as of now. This is the latest status as of now for the Baljek airport.
Sir, I'll just supplement because I have been personally monitoring this project myself. So there was one MOU that was signed earlier with Airport Authority. That was for the management of the airport. Because Airport Authority was not willing to, at that point in time, take over the entire airport. So they were going to go into a management contract or a MOU. Later on, with a lot of pressure, a lot of lobbying, and a lot of discussion with Civil Aviation Minister and with Donor Minister and Government of India in general, Airport Authority now has agreed to take over the entire airport. So like in Shillong, they've taken over. In Tura also, Baljek also, they are now ready to take over the entire airport. Therefore, this is a completely new thing, which is a great thing for us. And now they are going to completely take over, which means they will invest, they will also fund, they will overall build up the airport, sir. The second thing, sir, so that everybody is clear, there are two parts to this. One is the operationalization of this airport, which is going to be done through 19-seater, for which about 65 crores we are giving to Airport Authority to at least start the operation of the 19-seater airline flights or the planes. And in that process, a scheme also under UDAN is being worked out with Government of India. And so while this renovation work goes on and through the Airport Authority, through this amount which we have sanctioned already, about 55 crores we have sanctioned, this money will be given to them. They will repair the whole thing and they will take over the airport, the new MOU. The 19-seater flights will start post that change. While the renovation is going on, we will also discuss about the route that has to be fixed and the scheme that has to be developed under UDAN. So that will be the first part. And the second part is the part where the expansion takes place. And for that, as mentioned, we need about 394 acres at the end, and many other things, details Honorable Minister Deputy CM has already given. But I just wanted to give a clarity to people. There's a lot of people are confused. So this is going to be taken in two phases. And why it's different now, why is second MOU? Because I know many people will question why is second MOU. Because the first one was a management MOU. This one is complete handover now to Airport Authority, which is a much better thing for us. So I just wanted to clarify to the House and to the Honourable members, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to thank the Honourable Chief Minister for giving the detailed reply as well. As you all know that the people of Garo Hills have been waiting for this airport to be operational for a very long time. So definitely it is very exciting and good news for the people of Garo Hills. Because as of now we have to travel almost 5 kilometers to Guwahati for the airport, and having even the smallest of flights operational from Garo Hills will be of great help. I just wanted to seek one more clarification regarding the operationalizing of the 19-seater flight. Whether this can be operational even without the acquisition of the additional land.